Welcome to the Winthrop School Committee meeting on Monday, April 10th, 2017 in the Neil Shapiro Center for the Performing Arts at the Winthrop High School. This meeting is called to order at 6:03. Ms. Haynes, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Vecchia?
Present.
Mr. Capabianco?
Present.
Ms. Callis?
Present.
Mr. Holden?
Yes.
Mr. Driscoll?
Here.
Mr. Perrin?
Here.
Ms. Sullivan?
Here. This meeting will be recorded and may be televised live. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Vecchia, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Sir, I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We're going to start tonight with public comment. Is there any public comment? Okay, seeing no public comment, we're going to move on to delegates and visitors. We have some state champions in the house. Mr. Massaro, would you please let us know what's happening?
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Chair and school committee members. Tonight, it is with great honor that we recognize a group of students that worked very hard for the last 4 months on a project that not only did they perform in, but they also adapted it. And the play was Antigone. It was our festival, drama festival, that our students participated in the annual drama festival each year. And Winthrop High School has a tradition of moving through the regional round. And this year, not only did we move through the regional round, we finally broke through that semifinal round to make it to the state championship round, which was last weekend. There was 14 participating school districts, and Winthrop was one of them. I am proud to tell you that there was no better moment for me personally. Now, everybody knows my personal love of the stage and theater, but for me personally, there'll be no prouder moment that goes down for me than listening to at the state finals, recognize the Winthrop High School cast and crew of Antigone as the 2017 state champions. So we are very, very proud of them tonight. I would like to introduce Karen Kalinda, who is the director of the program, to kind of talk a little about what the process was and let people understand that this is just like any other organization that participates in a whole process. They competed and they went on, and basically now they would go to the New Englands. However, we're going to Italy, some of our students, so we're not able to participate in the New Englands. So Karen, come on down. This is the trophy, by the way, the big trophy, just to verify, so we'll leave it right there.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to say really a quick thank you to my students, cast and crew. Everybody worked so hard, as Mr. Massaro mentioned, over a period of many months, all of February vacation, many long, long nights we spent working on this play. And as Mr. Massaro said, we wrote this play. It's a Greek tragedy. We tried to find a way to make it interesting to a modern audience. We worked on writing it, all the choreography, all of the design elements were mostly student done. And I think when we went to the finals in Boston, that was really our goal, to get to the finals. So to win was really just icing on the cake. And we were thrilled, as he said, to hear our name called. But I think I had a great feeling, because after we performed that night, I thought we did a tremendous job. And I thought, wow, that went pretty awesome. So again, just thank you to everyone, to the cast and crew. I have my student teacher, Kimberly Lamping, our tech director, Mr. Steve Vieira, Mr. Nick Raponi, Mr. Massaro, Mr. Crombie, so many people that have helped us along the way. And it's really just an honor, and we're glad to bring such an honor back to our school and our community. So thank you so much.
So at this time, I would ask if the school committee could come out front on the stage. We're going to have Mr. Crombie come up and announce each student or individual that participated with Antigone for a citation. What I'd like to do is read the citation. So this is a resolution from the school committee, whereas, and since Josh, you're the first person in the alphabet, we'll use your name tonight. Josh Boudreau has served with enthusiasm and school spirit as a member of the Winthrop High School Drama Society, whereas Josh Boudreau and his fellow classmates were named state champions, whereas Josh Boudreau and his fellow classmates had a role in the production and performance of Antigone and earned the state championship at the Massachusetts Educational Theater Guild competition, along with 5 All-Star Company Awards. Resolved that the school committee of the town of Winthrop extend its sincerest gratitude and offer our best wishes for his future endeavors, and therefore be it voted and made part of the official minutes of the Winthrop School Committee on April 10th, 2017, which I enjoy that personal day as well. So, let us have Mr. Crompton, if you come up, and school committee, if you come here in the front. And hold on.
So first up, for cast and crew of Antigone, we have Josh Boudreau. Next up, we have Sarah Buchanan. Crystal Campello. Elizabeth Carsley.
Elizabeth's also a member of the All-Star Company.
Emily Childs. Connor Clark. Michael Curcio. Evan Deledy. Jaron Diaz. Jay Dolan. Emily Donovan. Allison Earl.
And there's Miss Antigone herself. By the way, you can see this on YouTube. They have it on YouTube.
Caroline Ford. Kat Grimes. Michaela Grimes.
Congratulations.
Isadora Polito. Nicole Lerner. Samantha Long. Annalise Love. Rachel McGinnis. Emily Nichols. Elizabeth Nolan. Jared Owen. Ian Page.
He's the next lead in
Ryan Parker. Julia Pimenta. Zara Powell. Alex Ramirez. Izzy Regis.
Congratulations.
Aaliyah Ruski. Jonathan Russo. Max Stinson. Taja Thomas. Jackson Tolliver. Maria Tracy. Stephen Tracy. Kiera Turner. Sam Zicella. Karen Kalinda. Steve Vieira. And Kimberly Amanda.
That's great. All the way from Utah.
All the way from Utah.
That's right. All the way from Utah. Let me just have one.
I'm just going to have Emily.
Matt, do you want to take these for the?
I can have our student, I'm going to call her one of our captains of the ensemble, Emily Nichols, to just give a student perspective of the run. Also, just so that you know that the ensemble, 3 times All-Stars. We had Ian Page, 2-time All-Star, Elizabeth Carsley, 2-time All-Star, Allison Earl, 2-time All-Star. We had students that, Elia Roski, I believe, was it lighting? Lighting, and we had sound. Beth Nolan, and we also had, I know that Stephen Tracy and Elizabeth Carsley were, at some of the rounds, were also recognized for their music adaptation. So, Emily, you can close it up for us.
Hi, I'm Emily Nichols. I was lucky enough to be part of the cast of Antigone. It was honestly, I feel so lucky to be able to work with these people, and though there were some long nights and just, you know, when your life is consumed by something greater than yourself, you can get lost, but, you know, we have the best group of people sitting here, so it was honestly, it was the best experience. I'll always remember it, and I just appreciate the town for coming together and, you know, showing a lot of support for this, and I hope to see them go next year and continue with this, because it's a great thing, so thank you.
Students, can you come up and see if we can get a picture with the school committee right up here? So come on up on the stage, we'll try to get you on there.
Slow it down, kind of fill in.
Do I have that phone? Let me get my phone. Yeah, you should.
What did he say? He said, I'm going to photobomb.
Let's get over.
Got a wide angle camera.
I know.
So, yeah, that's it. Crouch down a little so we can see. Patty Haynes. I'm good.
Okay, smile. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for the resolution. Thank you.
Sam, are you always last to be called? Or first to be last? Another way to look at it?
Listen, I didn't win a state championship on a sports team in my 6 years. I got one of the drama.
Only fitting.
Yeah, we all got it this year, didn't we?
job, guys.
Okay, cool. All right. You all set?
All set?
Well, that is so exciting to think about having our drama society as state champions. And that's so huge.
It was exciting Saturday night, so you could watch it on
What?
YouTube.
Oh, my
The actual award ceremony.
Well, I think it's such a great skill because so many people have, difficulty with public speaking later in life. So I feel like if we can provide our students with this platform to sort of learn the confidence and, and the skills of being on stage and feeling good about it, I think that's huge for kids these days. Okay, let's move on our agenda. Correspondence, we have none tonight. Minutes of March 27th, 2017. For approval, they were in our packet. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
By Mr. Vecchia, is there a second? I will second. Is there any discussion on the minutes? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstentions?
Abstention.
Thank you. We have financials tonight. We have a warrant SVW 17-17 in the amount of $201,910.10 and a payroll warrant dated March 8th, 2017 in the amount of $632,809.06. Motion to take them both together for approval. Motion by Mr. Perrin, second by Mr. Capianco. Any discussion on the financials? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. Next, we have buildings and grounds request.
Motion that we take them all together, Bob?
Sure. We have 4 buildings and grounds requests we'll take all together. Winthrop School of Performing Arts, Winthrop High School football cheerleaders, Winthrop High School football. For the Father's Day breakfast, that is June 18th from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. Probably not at 6 a.m., but that's probably when they're setting up. And Jessica Gordon's Academy of Performing Arts. Everything has come with appropriate paperwork and fees. I will second Vice Chair Perrin's motion to approve them all together. Is there any discussion on the buildings and grounds requests?
Where do they do the car wash? In the back?
ATC driveway. So on Pauline Street.
Okay.
Right in the front there. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Thank you. Curriculum update?
Just to give you an update on the MCAS testing, we have begun at the lower levels now of the MCAS. I know the last time we were here, grade 10 had completed their MCAS for ELA. We gave you a calendar tonight just so that you know what's happening. The Arthur T. Cummings School last week successfully completed for grades 3 and 5 the MCAS ELA, and tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday will be the first time we take the grade 4 computerized test. So tomorrow's a big day for us here in Winthrop. We were hoping that there's no issues with Wi-Fi and all of that. And then as you'll see, the middle school will do their ELA grade 8 on the 27th to the 28th. That's computer. And then May 1st and 2nd is ELA grade 6 and 7. And then May 9th and 10th is MCAS math for grades 3 and 5. And then we're back on the computer again on May 11th for the math for grade 4, and May 16th for the grade 8 math. Science for grade 5 is the traditional MCAS science, that'll be May 16th, May 17th. And then high school will be back for their math, will be the 16th and 17th for grade 10 for math. And then we'll complete out in the 18th and 19th of May, right up through the 23rd, will be the will be middle school grade 6, 7 for math and 8th grade science. And then we close out the MCAS on 6, 5 and 6, 6 for MCAS Science Biology Grade 9. So, as you recall, the MCAS at the high school is the same exact MCAS that's been going on traditionally over the last dozen of years. At the elementary and the middle school level is the new MCAS 2.0. So this is the exam that has a lot of PARCC similarities and MCAS similarities in it. And so we got off to no hitch last week. It's a good start for the Cummings, and we're hoping tomorrow we should be in good shape for the computerized exam. And that's where we're at. Just want to make sure everybody's up to date on that.
We have kind of all hands on deck for the
All hands on
Wi-Fi
deck.
and the computer.
Yes. We actually have a person stationed there throughout the whole exam. So, with that, and the other thing that we've done now is with Retro, we've created an MCAS server that will be going into place, so it'll just be the MCAS that's on that server for years to come as well, so that backs anything up and that there's no, so we're not taking other usage from other areas. So, but I want to, I want to congratulate the principals who have been working hard with their staff. As I told you the last time, the high school had no absence at all for the ELA MCAS exam, which was the first time. And I believe all our makeups have been completed for ELA or in the process now. So.
Okay, great. Any questions for Mr. Massaro? Okay. Next we have subcommittee reports. We had an athletic subcommittee tonight. It was attended by myself, Mr. Vecchio, Mr. Capianco, Mr. Superintendent, and Matt Serino, the athletic director. Our budget for the current school year 16-17 is looking pretty good so far, and in terms of what we've taken in and what we have left over, it seems like it will cover the spring sports budget. We are over 200 in each spring, winter, and fall. We're over 200 athletes participating in each. We have increased athletes participating in track and tennis. There was a short discussion about having track in the middle school, probably for the 2019-2020, hate to even say that, but school year, so the year after next, or 2 years after next. And there was a short discussion on the athletic budget for this upcoming year, 17-18. We talked about some uniforms that need to be replaced, the girls and boys basketball and the girls lacrosse. Mr. Serino said that he has the uniform replacements kind of on a 6-year rotation, so we should have line item budget for that. We also have a lot of support from Viking Pride for uniform replacements and equipment as well. Our total athletic budget runs around $500,000 for coaches' salaries, equipment, transportation, anything like that. There was a short discussion on athletic user fees, and there was no motion made about that, so athletic fees as it stands now will continue at $250 per sport and a $1,000 family cap. There was discussion about a tiered system, and at this time, again, there was no motion made to have any sort of a tiered system. There was another short discussion about the activity fees, which will be carried on further in the next budget subcommittee meeting. The coach handbook and the athlete handbook will be available to the school committee for review within another month or so. There has been 2 policies added that include the anti-fraternization and a communication policy. So those are the main changes that we'll be looking forward to review and approve for the next school year. We do have an opening in the basketball team for a coach, and they are hoping to have an offer by the end of this week and have that settled, from what Mrs. Serino tells me. the coaches' evaluations, that we approved the evaluation document last fall. Since then, the coach evaluations have been all up to date and completed, according to Mrs. Serino. There was actually a great discussion on a strength conditioning program that some of the coaches and the athletic director and the committee, it seemed, would like to have year-round. And so the gist of the strength and conditioning program would be for athletes that are playing in another season, that they would have time in our gym in the school to stay in condition or get some extra strength, agility, endurance training to prepare for their sport, even if it's the season not of their sport. I think that was a really good discussion. Coach Driscoll had some good points, as did Mr. Serino. This is a conversation that needs to continue, and we've actually asked for the athletic director and the superintendent to do a little bit of work on whether or not we'd be looking at someone who's in-house qualified to run a gym that would be a certified personal trainer, somebody who's certified in CPR and first aid, and someone that actually would know a variety of training programs, whether that would be a current staff member that we would be asking to come in early and pay a stipend to, or maybe we'd be reaching out to the community if there's someone who wouldn't mind a part-time job for 6 to 7:30 every morning to come and kind of run a gym. I think actually for somebody in the community, it would be a nice sort of community connection that we would have if there was somebody that works for a local gym or somebody that would be interested in a position like that, or even sharing a position. And so more to come on that, but we would like to see that for the next school year to be in place, and possibly for the summer as well. The current strength and conditioning program that is happening a few mornings a week is open to every athlete and every student, actually, from my understanding, not just to football players. So if there's any information out there that it's only a football open gym, that would be incorrect. And so we're going to do some work on marketing that and educating the students and other coaches that there is open gym time available to all the students in the high school. What else? And we heard from Mr. Crombie that the Viking Pride tutoring program is going really well. The teachers are available after and before school hours, I think, 2 days a week. And they're open to everyone, even if you're not an athlete or if you're not on a team. And the report we got from Mr. Crombie was that it seems to be helping, and if there's anything that needs to be addressed, that's usually able to be addressed during a progress note period, and it's not something that's kind of lingering on. So that was good news. And lastly, we'll be looking into the cost of a porta potty for the Veterans Field behind us. We want to have a porta potty available so that visitors and athletes are not needing to get into the locked building unattended during baseball. I think it is mostly, right?
Yes.
Baseball games. So we'll be looking into providing a porta potty now that the field house is no longer available for the rest of the school year, and then again for the fall until, well, probably all fall, because I don't know when the new field house is going to be up and running. Do you know, Mr. Vecchia, the new field house, it'll be another year before we see that?
At least.
Yeah, okay. So that's about it. There were no motions and no votes taken in the athletic subcommittee. You guys want to add anything that I missed? Okay.
If I can.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as a trailer, like a portable trailer of facilities, instead of just those standalone bodies? To see if
there
there's
is. So we're
and
taking
can it come from like some swing space Miller Field project?
Well, there was a discussion today on that in regards to the town manager's meeting. And it was actually brought up because of the possibility of, the rink. It was looking at locker rooms or type of things. So we could take a look at those, but that's kind of like, it's kind of like those pods. Remember the pods that we were looking at in the past?
But maybe it can be hooked up to town sewer and town water and just temporary hookups.
We'd have to take a look at it.
Yeah, just.
I think the town is actually looking at procuring one.
Okay.
For the various events. And you can either hook it up directly to the, the town, surge, or you can have a portable situation, but I know the town is looking into it.
Well, we know the lines are there from the previous field house, so
Yeah. They're taking a look at it.
get your shovel out, Bob.
All right, anything else? Any other questions about the athletics? All right, we can move on to the superintendent's report.
So I just have a few items, just a couple of things to let you know. Last week, the town manager, Jim McKenna, he visited our grade 2 students to educate them about his role in town government. So what we've been trying to do this year is bring in great visitors as part of the second grade social studies curriculum. So we've had the fire chief, we've had the police chief, we brought in the town manager, and we're going to continue those types of things that are happening. We have a chess club at the ATC. We have 30 students participating. Mr. Osborne and a parent, Mr. Moldano, started the club, and I know that Mr. Herity's excited to see where it goes. So we'll take a look at that. As you know, when we last met, the Winthrop Middle School band programs were going to perform in the MICA competition, which they did on that Saturday morning down at King Philip's Regional, and both groups walked away with silver medals. So we've made some great gains over the last 4 years, and I would say they were only 2 points away from a gold, and so they're making some great showing. Chelsea DePaz and the great work that the students did, really want to commend them.
I would just like to add, it was interesting because I attended the session. It was such a great experience for the kids. It's not just going down there and playing music and hopping back up on the bus and come back up. They are actually critiqued by, professors, music professors. They bring them into a room. After they perform on stage, they go into a room, and they all set up like they're going to play, and they do. And the professor goes through each and every critical point that maybe he wants to make sure that these kids change and improve upon. And it was really interesting to just watch the whole process. Very, very excellent.
It was nice that you got to go.
Also, if you are a 6th grade parent, you will know that there's a tradition of the Egyptian Day that comes into town. And so this past year, week, the grade 6 students walked like Egyptians throughout the hallways. They spread clues as they learned about and celebrated Egyptian culture. So if you go over to the middle school side, you can see quite a bit of the experiences that were happening there. We also had, we want to congratulate Chanel Taransky. She was the March Athlete of the Month. We had multiple students that were, David Navarro was the Winthrop High School Athlete of the Month for March as well. Gretchen Howard for being named the Boston Globe All-Scholastic student, so that was a great job. The kindergarten registration started last week. It ran for the most of the week. It's still ongoing, but just so that everybody's aware, is the Parent Information Center that was originally at the town hall where Miss Bono was. We have now moved that office. It's now at the William P. Gorman Fort Bank School. It's where the PPS was in the temporary housing. Now we've put the Parent Information Center there, which we feel that's where the majority of our registrations are. And so far that's gotten off to a good success, being where it's at. So kindergarten registration, was completed last week. However, if parents are still looking to register their child, they can register anytime. They need to go over to see Miss Bono at the Parent Information Center on Kennedy Drive.
How are our numbers looking for kindergarten?
Currently, we're probably anticipating the usual about 140 students. That's what Mrs. Pearson is, targeting. We've been pretty consistent of late, the last 3 or 4 years, about 140 to 150 in that area, whereas we were at about 160 for a while, but that's kind of slowed down a little. So, and then boys lacrosse opened the season with a 12-1 win over Salem. Our track teams opened the seasons with wins over Medford. Christopher Caro had 4 first-place finishes, and Michaela Norris had 2 first-place finishes. Andrew McGrail made stats. states with a throw of 132 feet, and Corman McPhail received first place in the triple jump and 400, and second place in the mile and long jump. So I think it's time we built a track. No question about it. And David Navarro. Right. So the other part that's great, I don't know how did the girls' tennis?
They're still going on.
Still going on.
At the start of the meeting.
And the baseball opened up its new season this last weekend, and today I got a chance to watch the game out there as well. So we got lots of activity going on now at the schools. So we're very excited because we're into the season. As you know, this Friday is Good Friday, but we have a half day for all students, a full day for teachers, professional development, and then on next week is April vacation. We will resume after, and then we will start to prepare for the end of the year as we move along. So that's all I have at this time. I can go right into personnel if you wish.
Certainly.
Okay, so under appointments, none. Under resignations, none. Under retirements, I do have one retirement. Dear Superintendent Massaro, I'd like to inform you I'll be retiring at the end of this school year. Thank you for the opportunity to assist in the education of the children in our town. It has been my pleasure to watch them learn and grow throughout the years. I will miss this daily interaction as well as the great staff of our school system, especially my ATC family. I wish the school system continued excellence in years to come. Sincerely, Mary Ann Matarazzo. And I would like to extend my best wishes to Mary Ann. Mary Ann has completed 17 years of being in multiple roles of ESP and other various capacities within the town of Winthrop. And we appreciate all the work that she's done and wish her the best in her retirement. Under postings, we have lunch recess monitor. William P. Gorman, as you know, we've been covering 5 to 6 maternity leaves, so we're on the process of covering multiple things, but we also have at the high school, we have a long-term sub for history, and then we have a substitute kitchen worker, an interim, a superintendent of schools, and a reading specialist, 2 positions at the William P. Gorman. And there were no leave of absence at this time.
Mr. Massaro, what are we looking at for early retirement? What are our numbers?
So as of now, right now, what I have is I've had one early retirement that's come in for teachers, and currently one for ESP, and I have one request that's coming in that needs to be approved in the next round, which is the for custodian. But Friday's the deadline, so. Okay. You know, unfortunately, last week I was out with the flu, so I don't know how many more people have connected with the retirement office to see what their numbers look like.
So the deadline was extended till Friday?
Just till this right, till the 14th.
Yeah.
If you do know, the deadline for the interim superintendent was last Friday. Do you know how many applicants we had?
For internally, because all we did was do it internally, and I believe from Ms. DeChao, there were 2.
Okay, any questions from Mr. Massaro about things? Okay, so, under new business, we have the superintendent search that is ongoing. We have the substance abuse prevention policy, which is in our packet.
Love to see that referred to policy subcommittee if we could.
Right.
That is a requirement.
You want to give us the background on this? Why is this coming up now?
It's now a state requirement, state law that's been put in, and so we need to make sure we've been following it, but we need to make sure that we put in the substance policy program in.
Okay. Motion to refer to subcommittee by Vice Chair Perrin, second by Mr. Capiaco. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you.
I just want to thank Mr. Woods and his team for putting that policy together for us so that we can get this moving.
Thank you. We have an early retirement incentive for the
SEIU.
Yeah, for the
local
custodial
888.
unit.
Yeah.
They have come to an agreement with their union, and now it's in front of us for approval. I think it's basically the same as the other agreements we have in place. Is that correct, Mr. Nacero?
That is, Mr. Hodnett put this together exactly as the other units were put into place, and both parties have agreed to that tentatively. Now it's a matter of whether, the school committee approves it. The other side has approved to it tentatively on this.
So since we're approving it tonight, I feel like we should extend the date. The date on this says April 1st. So I feel like we should extend the date at least 2 weeks anyway, or maybe even till the end of April, since the other units had about that amount of time.
Fine.
Does anybody want to throw out a date?
Extend it to the April 30th.
April 30th?
Sure.
Second, any discussion on the motion to extend this contract to April, that they have until April 30th, 2017 to put in to contact the superintendent's office? Okay. So, for the language change to April 30th, I guess that's the motion. Should we make a motion to approve it with that language change, not just the language change? Ms. Callis?
Yes.
So we're going to make a motion to approve the date and the document.
Oh, okay, yes.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Would that be okay with you?
Yes.
All right, I'll second that. You have that in James? All right. Any discussion on that?
We changed the date within the document. Has it been signed?
It has not been
Yes,
signed.
I can have it changed before we sign it.
Well, okay. And then I'm the other one that signs it. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Thank you. And we just want to make sure that the custodians have that information about the date.
Right. Ms. Haynes, can we just change that tomorrow, and then we'll have Mary Cooney sign it? Or Jimmy Leary and Don.
All right, under unfinished business, we have the wellness policy. The wellness committee will be meeting on the Tuesday after April vacation. I think it's the 25th or something. 25th at 3 p.m. in the Winthrop High School conference room. We had quite a few people volunteer, which I'm excited about, getting the wellness committee and the wellness policy off the ground. And we hope to have that, I would say by the end of May. Any questions about that wellness committee, wellness policy?
Oh, you know what, though, I meant to mention today that we did start the Wellness Week.
Yeah.
And it was to a great success this morning. Their first speaker that they had today, I wasn't part of it, but I heard they had the whole school in here. So we were very pleased with that, and each day they have a theme. And last week, the middle school did a whole thing on bullying and had some great topics on that. So it's underway, and so far, success.
Great. Thank you. And we're back to public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? Not seeing any public comment. Public relations, Mr. Vecchio? Mr. Capianto?
Just on April 27th, Sons of Italy is hosting a fundraiser at JW's. I have some coupons. 10% of dinner will go towards the Sons of Italy Scholarship Fund.
Nice.
Thank you. Ms. Callis?
I think this counts as public relations. If anyone is interested in learning about mathematics courses that college students who want to be elementary teachers take, I'll be defending my dissertation this Thursday at 1 o'clock at Boston University.
Oh, good luck. Congratulations. Wow, that's big news.
Awesome.
Mr. Perrin?
Just happy birthday to our superintendent.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Today?
Yeah.
39.
A deck of cards plus 2 jokers.
Mr. Perrin took my public relations, so happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Mr. Holden?
All set, thank you.
President Driscoll?
The only thing I have is that the town council had scheduled the spring forum, which is the forum where we go over the budget and talk about the budget and hear from the different department managers. We'd scheduled it for our next meeting, which is the 14th, but we realized that was school vacation week. A lot of people have things they need to do, so we're going to move that to the next meeting, the first meeting in May, which is May 2nd.
May 2nd.
So that will be at the senior center.
President Driscoll, do you have the date on when the public hearing for the budget would be?
I don't have it off
Okay.
the top of my head.
All right, thank you. Anything else down there? All right, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
No,
Mr.
are you adjourning, or are you?
Sorry, we're not adjourning. We're going to executive session. And then we would plan to adjourn the public meeting after that, but we anticipate going into executive session to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel or to conduct collective bargaining sessions or contract negotiations with non-union personnel. So is there a motion to go into executive session?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Callis, is there a second? I'll second it. Discussion on the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye. What?
Do you have to do it by roll call to go
we
into
have to do it by
executive
roll
session?
call.
Sorry.
I'm just in a rush. So things along tonight. Ms. Haynes, would you call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Vecchio?
No?
Mr. Capabianco?
No.
Ms. Callis?
Yes.
Mr. Holden?
Yes.
Mr. Driscoll?
Yes.
Mr. Perrin?
Yes.
Ms. Sullivan?
Yes. Okay, and then we expect to adjourn the public meeting